alrighterbabber. Hello folks, welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. We are about to head into Hadrit House. We've been summoned by the lady of the house. So we're going to go and have a word and see what's going down in the house of Hadrit. I think we've been here before. Did we not look recently? Let's go back. Up this way? Up this way? Hello, hello? No, you don't want to talk to me. Curran. Who's Curran? Curran we've spoken to before. Okay. Where was the lady? Talk to Lady Webb at Hadrit House. Lady Webb. Lady Webb. Lady Webb. No, not in there. Maybe she was upstairs. Maybe I'm pretty sure. Maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe not sure. Sure, not sure. Sure, not sure. Not in here. Not downstairs. Must be upstairs. Logic dictates upstairs. More loading screen. Oh, loading screen. Right. Lady Hadrit in here. Lady Webb. Not Lady Hadrit. Lady Webb in Hadrit House. Lady Webb will see you now. Thank you very much. Lady Webb, we want to speak to you. Well, you want to speak to us. Let's do a little zoom in. You look old. This woman clutches a thick stack of parchment with spindly, wrinkled fingers, their flesh stretched thin to near translucence, with extreme age. A gossamer veil over pale blue veins. Ink splotches and candle burns and the scars of innumerable slices from the edges of scrolls dot and stripe her hands like a quilt patterned after some great indescribable truth. She does not look up from her reading.
So the messenger conveyed my summons.
He did.
A miracle that would make
She
the
did.
reincarnation of Aothis look like a child's cantrip, surely. It doesn't draw the most inspired minds, messaging. They failed me so many times of late, I nearly sent a cipher after you instead. So this is the Watcher who took over Cad Noir.
Yes.
Oh, don't look so surprised. It isn't an attractive expression.
No.
I wouldn't be where I am for long if I let details like that escape me.
Yes. How do you know all this? Who are you? What do you want? Kana leans in towards you, a meager trick given Cade Nua's fame.
And this fiasco in the sanitarium that you seem to have gotten yourself into the middle of.
Look at you with spies all over the place.
Possessed you to stir that nest of trouble.
I'm investigating a strange group.
Strange does not begin to describe them.
No.
The practices of the Leaden Key defy all reason.
Yes.
You're not the only one with an interest in their recent activities. I've lost 4 ciphers this year alone trying to get someone inside their ranks. As it is, we only have our suspicions about who is in the group and what they intend. Which I suppose means we have much in common with them.
Yes.
I asked you here because I wanted to know what your interest was in all of this. I thought perhaps we might help each other. Why are you looking for the Leaden Key?
Well, how do I know you're not the Leaden Key? Question asker lady. One of their members caused my soul to awaken. I need him to reverse it. I've been honest about it all the way through. Let's stick with honesty. She closes her eyes and the lids flicker. Then her face goes still and her mouth parts, little more than a sliver, and her hand briefly drops open, spilling some of her parchment to the ground, the pages wafting around her legs like the leaves of a dying tree. Is there a breeze in here? You think they'd just fall to the floor? Her fleshy eyelids peel back and her gaze is immediately upon you.
The gods are cruel, I'm afraid. The man you seek is Theos Ix Arcanon, Grand Master of the Leaden Key. One of the most elusive and dangerous men Aora has ever known.
Okay, alright. So he's like the big leader man. He's the Grand Master. Okay, got a name though. Theos X Arcanon. Dun dun dun. How do you know I seek Theos? What can you tell me? What else is there to know? How do you know I seek Theos? Well, I just told her that I was after the dude. I'm guessing he's the only dude that knows how to
Because
do
you
what
have
he did.
seen his face, and that makes it a simple matter for me to see it.
Oh,
You even
okay.
happened to catch him in his ceremonial garb, it seems. It must have been a special
Get
occasion.
out of my mind. Get out. I didn't give you permission.
More than most, though very few would know so much as his name. And there is no way of knowing how much of what I've read is true. The leaden key dates back more than 2,000 years.
That's quite
If
old.
rumors are to be believed, Theos was the one who created it.
Is he using souls to
But
stay
scraps
young?
of evidence exist, suggest that he has died many times, only to be reborn each time
Okay.
exactly the same man. Awakened during adolescence with all the knowledge and experience of all his lifetimes.
And he still can't get it
The
right.
plots he orchestrates sometimes take hundreds of years to bear fruit.
Do you know what? That
Needless
sort of
to
life
say,
sounds
this is
more
not
hassle
the
than it's
natural
worth.
order of things.
Well, it's
But
not,
he
is it?
is said to be one of Whitaker's favored, and that old bat was never one to let rules get in the way of favoritism.
Seems to me this is a problem when gods get involved with, like, you know, mortals. It all goes a bit
That may
tits up.
also explain another supposed gift of his. His body is no boundary to his soul, and he is known to take possession of others, if
I wonder
their
if that's what
souls
that kid
are
was in the
weak enough.
sanitarium, was actually him.
Often it is for elaborate deceptions, but sometimes he simply forces them to kill themselves.
That's not good.
He is not known for his generous supply of
Well, I'm not surprised after 2,000 years of being alive. I think you'd be a cynical old git.
He is also not one to show himself in any but their most critical matters. If he has directly involved himself in whatever the group plots now, it may be your only chance to find him. And once you do find him,
Yes.
if
You find him.
I would not hold my hopes too high if I were you.
Yes.
He is a driven, single-minded man. He will not have the slightest concern for your
Fair enough.
problems.
Okay, we'll ask you that in a bit. What do you want from me? How do you know so much about
The same
Theos?
way I come by all my knowledge. Exhaustive research, spying,
Yes.
bribery,
Bribery,
perhaps some less savory measures.
murder.
Whatever the knowledge demands, I pay in full.
Yes.
There is nothing of greater value. Unfortunately, with Theos, there is also nothing more scarce. He has covered his tracks far too well. His manipulations of the course of history are lost to time now, though I believe they were many.
Well, yeah, after 2,000 years, I'd imagine there is quite a few. What else is there to know
Precious
about the
little,
leaden
I'm
key?
afraid. You may know much of it already. No one member
Yes.
knows the identity of more than a handful of other members.
That doesn't
They
help.
are kept in the dark of missions they are not involved in, or sometimes of those they are involved in.
Yes.
They exist to hide secrets they themselves don't know. If you can imagine how gullible someone must be for that to appeal.
That sounds really disorganized to me. I'm surprised they're still going after 2,000 years. That Theos
Despite
bloke
that, they are very good at what they
must be
do, owing
good
much
at
to
what
their
he does.
founder, who will take matters into his own hands when necessary. And he does not fail.
Yes. Yes. That must be it. He's the linchpin, as it were.
Keep me informed. The leaden key has been busy lately, and that is distressing news. I can only guess as to what they intend. You seem to have a knack for turning the stones they've crawled beneath. Keep turning them. Dunreed Row will not stop you.
Excellent.
Whatever
That's
it
good to
is
know.
they're up to, figuring it out will be of great use to both of us. In your case, it will surely point you to Theos.
Yes,
In return,
that's what we're
I will
after.
share our knowledge with you as we learn it, and provide you with what assistance I can. If you
Sounds
find
good
your
to me.
trail has run cold, come to me with whatever you have. There is much I may be able to do for you.
Excellent. Well, there is something I can tell you about their operations.
Let's hear it.
I found Theos in Brackenbury Sanitarium. See, I knew it was him. Yeah, of course it is. Look. Impersonating a patient. He was trying to damage the public's opinion of animancy.
Forgive me. It is unlike Theos to leave witnesses.
I already don't like
must
animancy
be
anyway, so I
furious.
agree with him. He probably is furious.
He
Yes.
did not aid you as you'd hoped, I take it?
No. No.
Well, take heart.
Take
With any
heart.
luck, when he has finished his business, he will surely come and find you again, if only to kill you while you sleep.
That's a bit mean, isn't
This
it?
news of yours makes sense, of course. To dabble in animancy is to puzzle over the secrets of the gods.
Yes.
This would not be the Leaden Key's first action against it.
I kind of see their point.
But if this is connected to their other activities,
That's where we may have a
be
problem.
in for something on a much larger scale.
Indeedy.
If we can learn more about their goals and methods, perhaps we can get the palace behind us.
Be nice.
With Avar's support, we may be able to put a stop to this.
I'll see what I can find out. Other
Yes.
questions? Oh, wow. Tell me more about
All the
Dunridge
things
Row.
there are to know in this world, and you ask me about work.
Yes.
Deerwood is a rebel country. Conflict is in its blood. If you think a few guards posted in our cities keep chaos at bay, you are very new to town indeed. We are
Yes,
Deerwood's
I am new to town.
investigators, of course. But what we really are is its last barrier against anarchy. People are more at ease when they believe they are watched over by someone more enlightened than they are. It pacifies them. So that is the image we foster.
Taking advantage of psychology, I understand.
And we do try to be enlightened for their sake. The knowledge we gather here is Deerwood's standing army in many ways. We learn what's vital and we act on it while Deerwood sleeps, blissfully unaware of the terrifying truths all around them.
Yes.
I wish I could tell people the things I know sometimes. But the truth is, I don't think many of them could bear it.
Well, maybe you should try it and see. People are stronger than you think.
Me? I started this place in a different time, under a different duke.
Yes,
I
you're
impressed the
multiple
Duke
old
with
as
my
well, are you?
research and my work ethic, and he became
Multiple
possessed of
old?
the notion that I would be ideal to lead a secret network of gifted investigators.
The NSA.
I don't know how such an idea got into his head.
She winks. Yes, I don't know either. How old are you? She gives a half-hearted gasp and covers her mouth with her fingers. You wicked woman, where are your manners? Were you raised without a shred of decency? Oh,
I
all right,
lost count
poshy.
ages ago. Such a strange thing to celebrate, getting closer to death. Oh,
Well,
I've had
you know,
my share
one life
of
and
work
all that.
done to prolong my existence, if that's what you're wondering. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not done here. There are things I still wish to learn. And I'll be the effigy if I let Berith carry me off before I'm through.
Oh, you're going to hang around for a while
There was
then, are you?
time when I considered enlisting the theorems of Pondgrum to extend my life indefinitely. I found the thought of devouring my political enemies to sustain my own life greatly appealing. I must have gone soft with age.
Or you realise that murder's probably not the greatest thing to have on your CV. Are you psychic?
If you are hoping I can look at your hand and tell you
No,
whom you should marry,
an actual
you can just
psychic.
wipe that notion from your mind. I do not know what will happen tomorrow. That is what I pay spies for. Being a cipher is not unlike being a watcher. You notice more about what is already there.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Many can hold an object and know where it's been, or peer into the thoughts of people around them. They can also sometimes affect those thoughts, but that would be unethical, of course.
Yes.
A tiny,
Yes.
talented few
But spying
pick
is
up
fine.
so much about the world around them, they can get images of things to come, but these are fleeting and unreliable.
Yeah, you said you don't need to know what will happen tomorrow.
Who said I was talented? I don't. Least not
Yes.
that I can trust. And with me, it's
Humble
only
as well.
ever about one thing anyway.
What's that?
A
Knowledge.
quiet day at home.
Oh, okay. Is there a Lord Webb? What happened to him?
He believed in dying with dignity. He was old-fashioned that way, my husband. We saw the world very differently, he and I.
Yes.
But he was good to me while he lasted.
Excellent. I'm glad.
Yes.
Other questions? No, that's about it, I think. Ta-ta.
Try your best not to die out there.
Yes.
Hey.
I'll do my best to not die. Inform Lady Webb about the Leaden Keys activities once we've found out about them, I guess. So that's the Hermit of Hadrit home. So Durford Village and find the tower in the derelict district. I think that will be Hoojamy Flip. Not Ondra's Gift. Ondra's Gift? Let's have a look. Ondra's Gift. I think that's what that'll be. And I think that's next on our list. So let's get travelling. Let's head towards Ondra's Gift and at least get there this time. Well, we've still got a few minutes. Let's see what happens. See how long these loading screens take. Oh, not long. Good. Right. Ondra's Gift. Ondra's Gift. Off we go to Ondra's Gift. We've still got Heritage Hall to go yet. Man, we're going to be here for another like 15 episodes. 12 minutes to get there. That's fine. Means Cade Newer's going to take a while to get finished getting built. I forget what we're doing. I misclicked something or other. I'm good at things like that. So, alright. Well, we might have a Leaden Key informant. She'll probably turn out to be Leaden Key and then betray us and blah, 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 blah. Right, what have we got here? Let's have a nosy. We have got an abandoned house, Colfeeg's house, Odder's house, abandoned, trading company, ramshackle house. I bet that's the tower. It's a lighthouse. It's not really a tower, but it's still towering, isn't it? Is a lighthouse a tower? I suppose it is really, isn't it? And the salty mast. Okay, well, let's go to the salty mast first. Let's see what's going on down there. Double time. Double time. Where are we going? Double time. Oh, hello. A local lord what? A local lad is reported missing. Those with information. Oh, hello. Thieves. Thieves and rapscallions. Is he dead? I'm dying. This man's fancy clothes are ripped and blood flows from a fresh cut above his eye. He tries to push himself up, but his arm is shaking. He winces painfully. We'll help him up. I'm not mean. Thank you. Thank you. I'm dying. Help me. He gasps as he rises. My head. I should teach those thugs a lesson. What happened? He carefully dabs at his bloody nose with a silk handkerchief. I was just on my way to the club. He slowly stretches out one leg, grimacing at his scraped knee. It's a rough part of town, but the rabble's never been violent. Even a night with Ikal isn't worth this. He limps away. He's not limping. He's not limping, he's just walking. So that is the salty mast. Where did these dudes go? They've ran off. Ooh, glowy stuff. Ooh, glowy stuff. Yeah, I can't get down. Okay, worry about it later. Let's go and have a word in the salty mast. Yar, the salty mast. Let's go and have a look, my little darlings. They're more like guidelines.
Nothing like this in Gilded Vale. Just Wallaruna the milkmaid. She knew what she was doing. Over fried
Oh,
cod, watered
there's a
ale, and
joke in there.
prostitution. A bastion of Deerwooden culture.
I hope you aren't expecting to find the leaden key in
Visit
here.
new lands, see the sights.
Why
I
did
do
you not
love
speak?
travel.
Now to find
Following
a
your
home
lead.
for my other staff.
Hey,
Oh, very good, very good. Your other staff, very good. Welcome to the Salty Mast. Maya. The Ormanu woman approaches... approaches? Look, the word is there. The Almawa woman watches you suspiciously. One hand is tensed at her side, but as you approach, she relaxes and gives you a friendly, if weary, smile. I don't see many outfitted like you who aren't looking for trouble. You aren't looking for trouble, are you? What kind of trouble are you having? A frown ripples across her blue facial markings. The kind that's bad for business. Local rowdies have taken to harassing my hard-working boys and girls, and our customers. They started showing up after this rash of Hollowborn, and they've been driving my regulars away. Ah, benevolence. She looks you up and down, scratching her chin. There aren't too many who care about what happens in places like the Gift, but word is you're an exception. The knights are too busy sniffing around Duke Avar to bother with us commoners, and I'd just as soon not deal with their bureaucracy anyway. Well, tell me how I can help. Maya draws you closer. These thugs tend to roam in groups, which suggests to me that these aren't random incidents. She places one large finger on your chest. You put a stop to these attacks and I'll find a real nice way to thank you. She winks. Got me? If she means to bake us something, my vote's for cookies. Yes, cookies are good. Questions? What do you know about the attacks? She waves a hand at the door. You only have to step outside to see it for yourself. Those thugs out there are just waiting to cause trouble for anyone coming or going. She sizes you up. Maybe they would have let you pass, however. Tell me about your business. We're starting to look at the time now. She rubs the back of her neck. It's not doing as well as I'd like with all this trouble. I run an honest enterprise, just trying to give folks a little rest and relaxation. She nods at you and lowers her voice. You help me out and I'll see about getting you a special discount. I think that was the wrong kind of lower, but hey. Works for me. A knowing grin warps her blue markings. Now, just what can I do for a comely lass like yourself? Well, we're going to ask you questions next time, Maya, because we're running low on time, and I've got more stuff to get done. So for now, folks, we'll hang around here until next time. So bye-bye for now.